Hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. Today we've got the complete pack 4 of Model Space's Build Your Own for GT40. The pack 4 is a really easy pack, but we do get to complete the chairs and everything. Let me show you what we get in the pack 4. So here we are, here's the stages, and as you can see there's not a lot going on in this pack. So as you can see, we get the cover for the chair, co-driver's chair, which is the one we're going to do today. Then we get this piece, which is to do the center piece to join the two chairs together. Then we get another door, but we don't actually get to do a lot with the door because this is spread over 4 or 5 stages. So we've got this one, then this one here, which is like the window and all the hinges and door handle pieces and that. And then in the next pack, we also cover 2 more pieces of this door. Let's spread it over another 2 stages as well. So that was everything that comes in pack 4. Bit disappointing we don't get to complete the door in this pack. That'll carry over to the next pack. But yeah, let's get all these parts open and start building. So we got the parts out the packaging, and this is the only piece we get in stage 10. Is this sort of like, it's like a rubbery material, and it's very similar to what we did in stage 8 where we put this over the actual seat. So that's what basically we're going to be doing. It's exactly the same thing. So we can bring in our chair that we had from stage 9, and basically we're just going to be slotting this over the top just like that, pushing it down onto the actual seat, and that is all we have to do in this issue. So this is going to connect in the next one onto there and give us like a dual seat for our cockpit area. Let's cut them out. We do get 2 different types of screws. We get FP02 screws and FP03 screws with this one. And yeah, basically all we're going to be doing is attaching these 2 together. So these 2 parts has got a key slot part there and a little notch here. This is going to be going into here, around this way, even into there, like that. And we're going to screw it in from the opposite side. So we're going to want to use the FP03 screw for this, which is the one with the flange on it. So if you can make that out, it's got a little flange on there. That will help that stay in place for us. So we're going to screw that into there. Screw it all the way down. Just like that. And we should have this now. We've got this central column piece where we can start putting the chairs on. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the left chair first, and we're going to use these points on the back of the chair. We've got a pin screw point here and here. They're going to line up with these 2 points on here. So all we have to do is line them up, click them into place. Let's take a little manoeuvring, but they do go in really nicely, just like that. I'm going to put a screw here and a screw here, and these are FP02 screws you want to use for this one. 2 of them. And then we can screw these down into here. So there's one. Now I'm going to put the other one in this hole here. Just like that. So we've got a screw here and here. Now I'm going to bring in the right chair. I'm going to do exactly the same. We're going to click this one onto here, just like we did the last time. So lining it up, getting the screw holes into place. And there we go. There we go. So one screw here, one screw here again. We're going to leave that way. These are again the same screws we used for the last side, which are FP02 screws. So that's that one in, and now one down here. And there you go. That's all the screws that we use for this issue. It should have something that looks a little like that at the moment. So the only thing left to do is bring in the central column piece that we've had, I believe, since pack 1, and we've had this all along and we have not used it yet, but we're actually going to use it today, and this is going to go on here. So we just slot this down in the center and pushing that into place just like that, and there we have our seats all ready to go. So this is the backs of the chairs where the heads would go, this is where the legs would come down, just like that. Because here we are, here is the part for the door, and in this part we only get the actual metal part for the door and the little light bit that goes on the outside, the little reflector piece that goes here, and we just have to screw this piece onto here today with some FP02 screws, which back in pack 2 I believe it was, we did get this when we done the other door, and we got the whole of the door in one pack. Now this is now being stretched over 4 packs, I believe, 4 stages. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing that we don't get to do the whole door in one stage, but I suppose it's a part work, you got to put up with it. It would have been nice just to build the door the same as what we did this one, but now we've got to do it over 4 stages again. So we have the parts at the packaging, and just like our other door, the paint finish on the actual paintwork for the outside is really, really nice. Spectacular paintwork on there. Really loving the blues and the oranges on here. And yeah, we get half of the number 6 and obviously the golf sponsor on there. The only other thing we get in this pack is this little tiny piece here, which goes on the side here, just where this little key notch is. That's where that's going to be going. So we're going to put this on in a moment, and the only thing we get is 2 FP02 screws. So we're going to cut these open and we're going to get one on. So I've got my screwdriver, got my FP02 screw on, and as I said before, now we can line this up. This does have a key notch on there, and we can basically just plug that into there, just like that, and putting our finger on top, turning it over, there's our screw point just there. So we can take the FP02 screw and we can start securing this in. Just like that. And that is all we have to do in stage 12. Okay, so we got the parts out of the packaging, and here they are. Here I've took the cover off, and we're going to be working on the window first, but I didn't want to lose the spring or the door notch because they are on the little hinge bit here, because they are really tiny pieces and I'll never find them again. So that's why I've left them in here for the moment. And yeah, we also get FD01 screws, FD03 screws and FD04 screws with this stage. So because we're going to be working with the parts with the paintwork, I am going to put just a little microfiber cloth down just to protect it, because we're going to be working back with the door again, and we're going to be laying that down just on top of there, just so we don't get any scratches. And then we're going to bring in our window, and we're just going to lay this just inside here onto these 3 points on here. So these are the screw points here, here and here, and we're basically just going to be using FD03 screws to screw these down. So FD03 screws are the ones with the flanges on them. So we can put this in here and start screwing this down. So I've got 3 of these to do. So that's the first one, and now I'm going to do the second one. I'm going to do the outer one for this one, which is going to go just in here. Screw all the way down. The screws are a little tight for that. So if you do find it's a little tight, you can always just stop when you start screwing, you feel it going a little tight, back the screw off and go in again. Or you can use some sort of like 3-part oil or something just to lubricate the area. And the very last screw for the window goes down here. So I'm just going to hold it in my hand because it's actually a lot easier just to screw that like that. And this one I can do up fully tight now. just like that. And that is the window now installed. Now, just like last time, be careful with the window because you do have the little window open on the side and you don't want to put pressure on that and actually break this part. So do be careful when placing this part down. So now we're going to get the door latch in here. So we're going to take these parts out, try not to lose the spring in the process. So I've got all three of the little parts. We have this little tiny spring here. Our door handle piece, which is here. So this is the end that wants to go to the back of the door and this end wants to face the front of the door. So we're going to take this piece and this is going to be slotted into here. So it lies just on top. There's a little groove cut out just in between these two screw points here. So the door handle sits and rests on there. And we're going to lift that up and we're going to be putting in our spring. Try not to let it ping off in the process. Slide that down. Push it all the way across until the spring is not over this part here. Then we can take this little piece that's going to lock it into place for us, drop that on top of there. So these want to be secured in with FDO4 screws, which I do have one already on the end of my screwdriver, which I'm going to screw right down now before this spring pops off and pings around the room. So I've just put that one in just loosely for now, just to stop everything coming apart. And now I can put the second one in and secure this all the way down. And this one I can now tighten up. Just like that. And we've got our door latch now attached to the outside, just like on our other door, spring loaded. Okay, so now we're going to be fitting the hinge. So you just want to take your hinge, drop that into the hole here. Then we've got a hinge plate which is going to be going over the end. There's two little pegs on the end of here that are going to help us locate this on. And then we just want one screw in the centre of here, which is going to be an FDO1 screw. As I said, that one felt a little tight, that one. So I'm just backing it off and pushing it in. So there we go, now that's on. And we've got our door hinge on there, just like that. So here we are, we've got our driver's and our co-driver's door. So this one is the one we've already completed. We've still got a few panels and that to put on this one before it's finished like this one. And that's going to be completed in the next pack, I believe, over a couple of stages. That's it guys, that's the complete pack 4, all done. And yeah, we're on to pack 5 now. We don't know when that's going to come because Model Space have been struggling to get that in stock. But yeah, as soon as it comes in stock, they'll send it out and we'll have that as well. So yeah, if you like this video, guys, please leave a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.